Welcome back my YouTube channel, where we explore the fascinating world of rare and historic coins. Today, we're diving into an iconic piece of American currency, the 1991 Washington $quarter coin from the United States. Whether you're a beginner collector or an experienced numismatist, this coin has a story worth hearing, and possibly value worth knowing. Let's begin with a quick introduction. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Since then, it has become one of the most widely circulated and recognized coins in American history. Now, focusing on the 1991 Washington quarter. This coin was minted during a time when the U.S. Mint was producing quarters in large numbers for everyday circulation. The 1991 quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan. Around his portrait, you will find the inscriptions Liberty at the top, In God We Trust on the left, and the year 1991 at the bottom. On the reverse side, the coin displays a majestic eagle with outstretched wings, holding arrows and an olive branch. This design represents both strength and peace.
Above the eagle, ULLC United States of America, and below it, $quarter.
Now let's talk about mint marks. The 1991 Washington quarter was produced at three major U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D mint mark, San Francisco with an S mint mark, mainly for proof coins. If you have a 1991 quarter in good condition, the mint mark plays an important role in determining its value. Coins from Denver and Philadelphia are generally common, while proof coins from San Francisco are more collectible.
Moving on to condition.
Since you mentioned a coin in good condition, we are likely talking about a circulated coin that still retains decent detail but shows some wear. In coin grading terms, this may fall under fine to extremely fine condition. Now, the most important question. What is the market value of a 1991 Washington quarter today? In today's market, a circulated 1991 quarter from Philadelphia or Denver in good condition is typically worth around $0.25 to $1. Yes, most are still only worth face value unless they are in exceptional condition. If the coin is in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used and retains its original mint luster, the value can range from $3 to $8. A 1991 S-proof quarter, especially in pristine condition, can be worth between $5 and $15, depending on its quality and grading. However, there are some rare cases where value increases significantly. If your coin has errors such as double die, off-center strike, or unusual minting defects, collectors may pay much higher prices, sometimes even $20 to $50 or more. Also, coins that are professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC with high grades such as MS65 or above can command premium prices in the collector's market. So, how do you know if your coin is valuable? First, check the mint mark carefully. Second, examine the coin's condition under good lighting. Third, look for any unusual features or errors. And finally, consider getting it graded if you believe it is in excellent condition. To sum it up, the 1991 Washington quarter may seem like an ordinary coin, but depending on its condition, mint mark, and possible errors, it can hold more value than you might expect. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins from around the world, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update next coin. Welcome back my YouTube channel, where we explore the fascinating world of coins, their history, and their value. Today, we're diving into a classic piece of American coinage, the 1992 Washington $quarter from the United States. If you have one of these coins in your collection, especially in good condition, you might be surprised to learn what it's worth today. The Washington quarter is one of the most recognizable coins in the United States. First introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, this coin has remained a staple in American currency for decades. By 1992, the design had already become iconic, featuring Washington's portrait on the obverse side. Let's take a closer look at the 1992 Washington quarter. On the front, you'll see a left-facing profile of George Washington, along with the word Liberty above his head and the phrase In God We Trust to the left. The year 1992 appears at the bottom. This design was originally created by sculptor John Flanagan, whose work has stood the test of time. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find an eagle with outstretched wings, holding arrows and an olive branch, symbols of strength and peace. The inscriptions United States of America and $quarter surround the eagle, along with the motto E pluribus unum. Now let's talk about mint marks, because this is very important when determining the value of your 1992 quarter. In 1992, these coins were minted in three main locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia typically have no mint mark, Denver coins have a D mint mark, and San Francisco coins usually have an S mint mark and are often proof coins. If you have a 1992 quarter in good condition, meaning it shows some signs of circulation but still retains clear details, its value is usually close to its face value. In today's market, a circulated 1992 Washington quarter is generally worth around $0.25 to $0.50 US. However, coins in better condition, such as uncirculated examples, can sell for $1 to $3 or even more depending on their quality. Now here's where things get interesting. Some 1992 quarters were struck in silver as part of special proof sets from San Francisco. These silver proof coins contain 90% silver and can be worth significantly more. Depending on their condition and silver prices, these coins can range from $5 to $10 or higher. Collectors also look for error coins. If your 1992 quarter has any unusual features such as double strikes, off-center designs, or missing details, it could be worth much more. Rare error coins can sometimes fetch tens or even hundreds of dollars depending on their uniqueness and condition. Condition plays a huge role in determining value. Coins graded as good or fine are common and affordable, but coins graded as mint state with no visible wear are much more valuable. Professional grading services can assign a grade that helps determine the coin's exact market value. Another factor to consider is demand. While the 1992 Washington quarter is not considered rare, collectors still seek high-quality examples to complete their collections. This steady demand helps maintain its value over time. So, if you have a 1992 Washington quarter in good condition, it may not make you rich, but it is still a valuable piece of history. And if you happen to own a silver-proof version or an error coin, you could be holding something much more special. Before we wrap up, here's a quick tip: always check your coins carefully. Look for mint marks, unusual features, and overall condition. Even small details can make a big difference in value. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins from around the world, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let me know in the comments if you have a 1992 Washington quarter and what condition it's in. See you in the next coin. Welcome back my YouTube channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of US coins, and in this video, we're taking a closer look at the 1993 Washington quarter dollar coin from the United States of America. If you have one of these coins in your collection, especially in good condition, you might be wondering, what is it really worth today? Let's find out together. The Washington quarter is one of the most recognizable coins in American history. First introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, this coin has remained a staple of everyday currency for decades. By 1993, the design was still part of the original Washington quarter series, long before the state quarters program began in 1999. Let's talk about the design of the 1993 Washington quarter. On the obverse side, you'll see the classic portrait of George Washington facing left. This iconic design was created by sculptor John Flanagan. Around the portrait, you'll find the inscriptions Liberty at the top, In God We Trust to the left, and the year 1993 at the bottom. Now, flip the coin over to the reverse side. Here, you'll see a powerful image of a bald eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching arrows and olive branches. This symbolizes both strength and peace. Above the eagle is the inscription United States of America, and below it, quarter dollar. One of the most important features of the 1993 quarter is the mint mark. There are three main mint marks you might find on this coin. The P mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, the D represents the Denver Mint, and the S indicates the San Francisco Mint, which mainly produced proof coins for collectors. If you're checking your coin, look just to the right of Washington's ponytail on the obverse side. That's where the mint mark is located. Now let's talk about the condition. A 1993 Washington quarter in good condition usually means the coin has been circulated but still retains clear details. It may show some wear on the high points like Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, but the overall design is still easily visible. So, what is the market value of a 1993 Washington quarter in good condition today? In general, most circulated 1993 quarters are still very common. Because of this, their value is usually close to their face value. In today's market, a 1993 quarter in good circulated condition is typically worth around $0.25 to $0.50 US. However, there are a few important exceptions. If your coin is in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used in daily transactions and still has its original mint luster, the value can rise to around $1 to $3, depending on its quality. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, especially those with deep mirror-like finishes, can be worth between $2 to $5 or even more if they are in perfect condition. Also, keep an eye out for rare errors. Coins with minting errors such as double strikes, off-center designs, or missing details can be significantly more valuable to collectors. In some cases, error coins can sell for tens or even hundreds of dollars depending on rarity and demand. Another factor that can increase value is grading. Coins graded by professional services like Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company can fetch higher prices, especially if they receive high grades like MS65 or above. In conclusion, the 1993 Washington quarter may look like an ordinary coin, but it still holds historical value and collector interest. While most coins in good condition are worth only a little above face value, special versions and high-grade examples can be much more valuable. So before you spend that quarter, take a closer look. You might just have a hidden treasure in your hands. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins from around the world, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next coin. Welcome back my YouTube channel, where we explore the fascinating world of coins, their history, design, and hidden value. Today, we're diving into a classic piece of American coinage, the 1994 Washington quarter dollar from the United States. If you have one of these coins in good condition, you might be wondering, is it just spare change, or could it be worth more than 25 cents?
Let's find out.
The Washington quarter is one of the most recognizable coins in American history. First introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, this coin replaced the standing Liberty quarter and has remained in circulation ever since. By 1994, the design had already become a staple in everyday transactions across the United States. Let's take a closer look at the 1994 Washington quarter. On the front, also known as the obverse, you'll see the familiar left-facing portrait of George Washington. Above his head is the word Liberty, while the phrase "In God We Trust" appears to the left. The year 1994 is struck at the bottom, marking the coin's place in history. Flip the coin over to the reverse, and you'll find a majestic eagle with its wings spread wide. The eagle is perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and readiness to defend the nation, while olive branches beneath represent peace. Around the edges, you'll see the inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar. Now let's talk about mint marks, which are crucial when determining the value of your coin. In 1994, Washington quarters were produced at three main mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia typically have no mint mark, while Denver coins carry a small D, and San Francisco coins have an S. The mint mark is located on the obverse, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. If your coin has no mint mark, it was struck in Philadelphia. If it has a D, it came from Denver. These were produced in large numbers for circulation. However, if your coin has an S, it is likely a proof coin, specially made for collectors with a higher level of detail and a mirror-like finish. Now, let's get to the most exciting part: the value of your 1994 Washington quarter in today's market. In general, a 1994 quarter in good circulated condition is worth around 0.25 to 0.50 US dollars. That means most coins you find in everyday use are still only worth their face value, or slightly more. However, if your coin is in very good condition, with minimal wear, it can be worth around $1 to $3. Coins that appear almost uncirculated, with sharp details and strong luster, may sell for $5 or more. Uncirculated coins, especially those graded MS65 or higher, can reach values between $10 and $25, depending on their quality and demand in the collector market. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, marked with an S, are also popular among collectors. These coins, if kept in pristine condition, can be worth between $5 and $15, and sometimes even more if they are part of a complete proof set. But here's something very important: errors can make a huge difference. If your 1994 quarter has a minting error, such as a double die, off-center strike, or unusual markings, its value could increase significantly, sometimes reaching $50 or even higher depending on the rarity of the error. The 1994 Washington quarter is made of a copper-nickel clad composition, not silver, which means its value mostly depends on condition and rarity rather than metal content. This is why collectors pay close attention to details like scratches, luster, and strike quality. So, how can you tell if your coin is valuable? Start by checking the mint mark, then examine the condition carefully. Look for sharp details in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. If the coin looks clean, shiny, and well-preserved, it may be worth more than you think. In conclusion, the 1994 Washington quarter may seem like an ordinary coin, but in the right condition or with unique features, it can hold extra value for collectors. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced coin enthusiast, it's always worth taking a second look at your pocket change. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins from around the world, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting!